Hello, everyone, and welcome to a different type of webinar from AOPEN. My name is Chris Longo. I'm the head of sales and marketing for AOPEN. I want to thank you for joining, partnering together to streamline Latin America, or business in Latin America. This is an important webinar for us because it's no secret that procuring devices in Latin America, it's been a very, very difficult process, and that's on both sides of the house. From a manufacturing standpoint, it's very difficult to bring devices into a region unless it's obviously in heavy or bulk quantities because of all the red tape that's involved with it. And obviously from a standpoint on resellers, it's difficult time to deploy long tail projects or even shorter projects due to the scarcity of products and availability. So AOPEN, we decided that we wanted to team up today with one of our top partners. So we teamed up with Innovate and we found a way to partner together to alleviate a majority of those hurdles. So that's what today's webinar is going to be about. Just really fast too, on a quick note, this webinar is being recorded and all of the materials that you see today, they will be available following the webinar, so we'll be able to send them out. At the end, we will have a quick Q&A, so feel free to use the Q&A section to ask any questions you have. Anything we can't get to, we'll be sure to respond via email or phone. So let's go ahead and kick it over to AOPEN's Manager of Technology Solutions, Miles Schofield.
Thanks, Chris. Welcome, everyone, to another AOPEN webinar. As you mentioned, my name is Miles Schofield. And today, as Chris mentioned, we usually have a solution provider on talking about a very specific solution or vertical, but this one's definitely different. We have our friends from Innovate on today, and they're going to really talk about how to deploy, manage inventory, which markets they like to sell into, what products they like to sell into. They're really masters in that area. And so they're going to bring their knowledge to this webinar to really talk to you about the services they provide. And they've really been a great partner to AOPEN in terms of alleviating a lot of those pain points that Chris just mentioned. Because that's the whole goal, is that if you work with major brands, they want to deploy outside of America. And so how do you do that smoothly, effectively, keeping all those lead times and the inventory up to date and keeping your customer informed? So this should be a really great webinar for everyone who has projects, multi-region projects, and wants to work with a great channel partner. So that being said, let's talk about what we're covering. Of course, they're going to cover introduction, Innovate, what they do, what regions they cover, and what makes their company so great, as usual. And then talk about how they see a lot of AOPEN products fitting into the Mexico and Latin American market. So they're going to go through some of the AOPEN products and how they apply to a lot of the solutions vertical types that they address, and AV and things like that. And then in my section, I'm going to talk about how AOPEN, our strict channel strategy sort of works, the relationship with Acer, what our plans for 2022 are, all that sort of stuff. And of course, reiterate those challenges that a lot of our resellers and project partners face in America, that Innovate can help with, right? They're here to help you get the product in, get the product stocked, get the product sold, set up on time, all that great stuff. So let's get started. And of course, we have Alfonso Aguirre, number one sales director. He's going to be speaking first about Innovate, the company itself. And then we have Gabriel Lopez, who's going to take over more on the solution and the tech side a little bit later. So that being said, I'm going to kick it right over to Alfonso. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks a lot. Hello, everyone. Thanks a lot, Miles and Chris, for the introduction. We're very excited, for this web seminar. Para nuestros clientes en México, esta presentación será doblada al español y presentada después por YouTube. We're very excited to have AOPEN on our portfolio, on our product solutions, It's a great company to work with. They have excellent products, quality, reliable. So I think we're gonna have a great partnership with AOPEN, and we're looking for a long-term relationship. Here in Inovat, we've been over 15 years in the market. We saw the need that for the distribution company focus on providing 360 solutions so for our clients. Through the time we have been incorporating new technologies and brands, we're based in Mexico, and we have several partnerships in Latin America, bringing our expertise in that region to develop several projects. We have several product lines and represent the best brands in the market. We provide everything you need from a single product to a complete solution. We support our partners with the help of our engineers. Here are some examples that you can see on all the solutions that we can provide. What value we give to our customers? We believe that the most important thing is that we're very focused to make things happen. We provide all major brands and support to our clients to develop and deploy projects. The client contact us and tell us what they need, and we resolve it. For several years, we have been supported systems integration companies based in Europe and North America with the need to expand their projects in some of the verticals. For example, the QSR, furniture stores, fashion stores, corporate solutions, museum, POS in Mexico, and some Latin countries with great results. Being in the market for over 30 years gave us the opportunity to know great partners in all Latin America, and we have done great projects in their countries. So we have developed projects in Guatemala, we have developed projects Peru, Chile, Colombia. So it's just to mention some of the projects. So just bring us the issue and we will resolve it. Now I'm going to introduce Gabriel. He's our engineering director, and he's going to talk about the products.
Oh, thanks a lot, Alfonso. How are you doing? Thanks for having us. Right now, we are very happy to work with AOPEN. It's a brand that has several years in the market. So right now, we have a selection of our top products to support our customers in the AV and multimedia projects, and are shown here. The applications where these products have been used are QSR, airports, digital out-of-home advertising, retail, corporate, hospitality, with full customer satisfaction. The products are selected to fulfill our customer needs with the best in class and the most innovative available solutions. So, and also, I have to say that there are some other applications, particular for some verticals like the medical market, like the medical players, medical keyboards, medical displays, open frames. As I was mentioning, we do a selection of the products that goes to AV and multimedia projects, and then also we have the most particular of applications like medical, and also gaming and Pico projectors. Okay, and well, why AOPEN? Well, we are happy to work with AOPEN because we have we need to complete and support our customers with the best products in the market. So AOPEN is one of the most reliable products in the market for multimedia. They have a lot of options in terms of components, operating systems. The product has a rugged design, long lifespan. It has their own remote support software that is a great solution for big projects. And also they have a service called White Glove that is very amazing, because instead of you have to set up every player or every touchscreen, they do it for you. Also, all the products involved in the AOPEN portfolio are 24/7 operation. So it's the Inovat perfect match. Well, here I'll tell you something about the Windows-based players. So, well, in this case, these are the best. If you prefer Windows-based solutions, this is one of the best players in the market. In most of the cases, well, the customer has to run the application over Windows. So this line of product is the best. It has a great performance and reliability, different configuration options. So these make very customizable according to each project needs. And most of the models can be managed and monitored by AOPEN ACU software that I will tell you about later. Specifically, the model DE3450 has a great features and cost-benefit relation and has been used widely in Mexico for digital signage applications. And well, in this case, we complement the offer with two great options of CMS that are Media 4 display and a body that runs perfectly under Windows. It has a lot of features to make it simple to manage the content over big networks or small networks, every kind of digital signage application. And then we have another option here that this is one of my favorite options, that is the Chromeboxes. This, well, we have in this case two options that are the commercial 2 and the Chrome Mini. These products are very reliable, powerful, affordable, and can be remotely managed from Google Console. So is the counterpart of ACU. ACU works with Windows. Google Console is for Chrome. By the way, I would like to encourage our customers to give Chrome a chance, because the experience has been very successful in large digital signage deployments. Also, there is a diversity of new software options that are compatible with Chrome. Here, I'm mentioning two that are I think that the most recognized softwares for Chrome in the market, that are AppSpace and Arreya, that we can also supply for you. Okay. So in this case, we have two options: players that has a lot of features, great quality, small form factor. Two options, very interesting if you prefer Windows or Chrome. And then I will start talking about the touch options that AOPEN offers. Oh, no, sorry. This is another one that this is a very interesting AOPEN solution. That is video wall player in a small form factor, because this is very important, because in most of the cases, if you want to run a video wall with different outputs, for sure you need a big form factor. In this case, it's a small form factor with several outputs. And in this case, the best feature that this product offers is that you get a very convenient, it's very convenient for the smooth motion flow. Remember that if you use the scaler, the integrated scaler of the video wall monitors, you get 30 frames per second. So maybe sometimes it's not that important to get 60 frames. But by example, if you are integrating a video conference solution or a presentation solution, the speed matters. So in this case, we have developed, along with our customers, several video wall solutions for video conference. You can add a great product that I will show later, that is the AOPEN KP 180 camera. And also, well, we have used this one for presentation using Solstice. I know if you know Solstice, Solstice is one of the best solutions for wireless presentation. It can show a lot of devices at the same time. And as the player is very powerful, you get the experience like if you were using a cable to project over the video wall. So well, in this case, if you are looking for best quality and best motion flow over a video wall, this is the best product that you can add to your project. Then now I go to the interactive applications. So in this case, we have also two options, one with Windows and also the other one with Chrome. The sizes are very particular. You have from 10 inches to 22 inches. Most of these models can, in basic Windows, can be managed using ACU. This product, compared with our competitors, has a great looking, very easy to install, has an embedded camera, and multiple ports to connect third-party devices. And the most important thing is that it's an all-in-one that you can customize with the CPU that you want, the RAM amount that you want, the storage, everything is fanless. You can put it in transport, for example, projects, so you don't have any problem with the vibration or that somebody can shock the screen because it has a protection in the front. Then we go to the Chrome all-in-one solutions. Once again, this is one of our favorites from touchscreen product line. As current needs of the e-commerce and extended catalog display on the point of sale. Right now, what most of the companies or the stores are trying to do is, if I don't have the product in the point of sale, I don't want to lose the sale. So I take the customer to the e-commerce kiosk in order that he can do the purchase over the e-commerce portal. And also to reduce the amount of inventory in the stores, now many customers are using these kind of screens to show several options to the customer that are not available on the store floor. In this case, what is very interesting is, by example, when you are using Windows, for sure you need a solution for kiosk. In the case of Chrome, it has a great feature that you can put the display in kiosk mode. So instead of do a special development for the kiosk, you just add the e-commerce portal of the customer in kiosk mode. So for the customer, you will see like a kiosk interface, but is the e-commerce portal. You don't see the bars at the sides or in the upper part. And also there is a unique feature that is very interesting, that you have the timeout. So if the customer stopped using the kiosk for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can customize that. The kiosk automatically will go to the start page, ready for the next customer. So it's very easy. The teamwork is very easy, because once that you deploy this, the customer just needs to do the changes over his web page, and automatically all the kiosk will be updated with the new content. Then, well, as the players, in this case, we have two options. And what are the advantages or the main applications of this, for example, with Chrome and also with Windows? Well, also QSR are doing a great job to do the self-service checkout. I think that in not much time, many customers will start doing this in order that the customer can do all the purchase and pay instead of look for the cashier guy. So well, this is something that you must see. Then we have the ICU that, as I mentioned it, is most of the products, the Windows-based products of AOPEN are compatible. So it's the same functionality as the Google Chrome console. You can take the control of the device and check for minor problems, software updates, change the settings, everything from just one portal. So just imagine that you get a project of 1,000 players. Just imagine to do it individually. In this case, you can do it as in just one platform to have the status of each of the products. So ACU simplifies to fix minor problems and saving costs because you don't have to go on site to solve the problem, offering an easy to use web-based remote console to change device settings, setup, and software, and also reboot the system if needed. For sure, you know that most of the times you can solve an issue just to rebooting the device, but if you don't have ACU or Google Chrome, you have to go on site or call somebody that push the button and restart the player, and sometimes the player or the kiosk are not close to the people, so that's the way that you start having problems. Then I go to the KP 180 that I mentioned it in past slides. This is a great product because well, works for personal use and also for the small meeting rooms. It has wide angle lens. It's a great idea. As you can see, you have 2 cameras, and thanks for the software involved with the camera, you get just one image with a great quality, and also it comes with a Windows-based software that do all the framing. So depending how many people are in front of the screen or of the camera, the camera adjusts the framing to get the best frame to see the people. And well, it works with almost all the collaboration solutions available in the market, and it has a lot of installation options. So I invite you to take a look at this. It costs a half of the most of the other brands. So I think that is a great product that we already test. And thank you for your time. We're ready to support your business.
Thanks, Gabriel. All right. So thanks to Gabriel and Alfonso for talking about Innovate. A lot of good information there. One thing in particular I thought was really interesting is Gabriel mentioned, how important Omnichannel is. That's something that we talk about obviously a lot in the United States. And it's something that basically, I've talked about touchless ordering, more interactive ordering, but the whole idea of omni-channel and adding those online features to the in-store experience so you never leave the sale, which is so important. And it's going to become way more important in the future by adding those kiosks around is something that brands in America and of course the other regions are looking at. So let's get started on my section. Okay. So the main thing I wanted to talk about is, of course, Gabriel highlighted a lot of the AOPEN products already, but I just wanted to talk about how AOPEN views our channel portfolio and what we're really trying to achieve. And so as you saw, we have many PC solutions, video wall solutions, all-in-one solutions, and camera solutions, right? And the main goal is to really not just make a really great Windows device or a Linux device or a Chrome device, is to make the longest lasting, most reliable mini PC for any type of solution, right? Point of sale, video wall, kiosk, any of that stuff. So our goal is not to just focus on one particular system. It's sort of just to make a really rock solid, reliable product. And the other major thing, as Gabrielle pointed out, a few of the features that makes AOPEN devices different than buying just a regular consumer device. And it's all this sort of stuff like the multiple ports, the dual band Wi-Fi, the higher rated screens on the all-in-one touch, the locking clips, so all this sort of the fanless, so you don't, you never have to pay, you never get a failure due to dust in a retail environment and things like that. So all of these extra features are stuff that you get in addition to the longevity of the device. So yeah, you saw he talked about a lot of these devices in particular. One additional thing to note about our all-in-one solutions is that, yeah, we do focus mostly on 10, 15, 19, 22. And like I said, we try and just have the best device that can run all those different types of solutions, so that we can work with as many solution providers as possible. So that's sort of AOPEN's product strategy. So to clarify that even further, the next thing I wanted to talk, oh, sorry, I got to reiterate our TCO value. So aside from that design and offering multiple OSs, another thing to mention about the multiple OSs, I had a quick vlog about this the other day. And AOPEN, the reason why we sell products that support full versions of Windows, Linux, Android is because we work with higher end solution providers that want that full system, right? They want the full web support, right? You can get anything run on an SoC, but how are you supporting it? How are you managing it? What sort of security are you offering if you're running on any sort of non-Intel or AMD processor and all this sort of stuff? If you're running on a smart TV, all those have explicit challenges with trying to deploy. And so that's why AOPEN mostly focuses on full featured OSs, which are OSs with full security, full driver, full management, all this sort of stuff for our customers. So the other primary thing is design. Our whole goal here is with the AOPEN brand in particular is to offer those extra features and really just offer the device that causes you the least amount of headaches, right? No one wants to deploy their solution to a big brand. It's your big break. You landed the project, and then half the devices you put out there fail, or you run into a driver issue or whatever, right? So it's really about security, and the whole concept is pay now or pay later. We're all familiar with this, right? You either buy the nice thing and then you don't have to, you pay a little bit more to buy the nice thing that lasts longer and doesn't cause you headaches, or you buy the cheap thing and then you keep paying for it continuously as you go around. So the whole goal of the AOPEN brand is to make it that value as big as possible, right? You pay a little bit more and you get a device that's going to last 3 times longer and have a tenth of the failure rate, and sometimes even lower, right? The best consumer device you're going to buy out there has a 10-20% failure rate. But if you use an AOPEN device, it's going to be 1%. So if you're deploying for a big company, do you want a handful of devices out of 1,000 to fail, or do you want, close to a quarter, right? How do you want your project to go if you're trying to get business started, right? So that's basically the AOPEN value and what we try and achieve with our devices through really, really strict component testing, quality testing, and design and all that sort of stuff to differentiate ourselves from the massive amounts of just regular mini PCs on the market and media players. So, all right, so that's the AOPEN spiel. To bridge in the conversation about channel in terms of, we have our AOPEN product strategy, but obviously we're part of Acer, right? So to give you one of the big challenges in distribution in the last 2 years has been availability, right? And this is one of AOPEN's biggest strengths currently, is because what happened in the last 2 years was that a lot of components change prices because the markets change, right? So and then a lot of people didn't know. Suddenly components with a 6-week lead time turned to 20-week lead time, and screens, went from 6 to 22 weeks, and then people didn't, and then they tripled in price. and people didn't know what to do in the channel, right? You could buy something and then it wouldn't be able to be available for 3 months. They may cancel your PO, and then you're gonna have to buy something else for 3 times the cost when you already negotiated the price with the end customer, right? So to solve these problems, that's been the channel, the challenge of working with channel. And the different way that AOPEN does business in the channel than Acer is that, of course, Acer is just a regular #1 in gaming monitors, and I think #2 or 3 in commercial monitors. And they have obviously the Predator brand and all sorts of laptops and Chromebooks. Huge company, right? And they're just a standard channel company. But AOPEN and companies like Innovate, like you said, we offer that additional value. We can, when you want an all-in-one, we say, okay, where's your customer at? What's their buying cycle? Where's their forecast? This is where the forecast at. This is where the price is at. This is where your options are at. Should you be using Windows 10? Are you planning on using Windows 11? Is Linux a cheaper option? What management system should you use for Linux? We can help answer all those questions that you typically wouldn't get from a more standard channel company. Right? We can help you make your business and your solution and your partnership be more successful with your customer in particular, right? So that's just to give you an idea of how we work in a different sort of way to help our customers approach those challenges. And like I mentioned, a lot of challenges this year with Intel chipsets, the screens, all that sort of stuff. So, okay. Let's talk a little bit more about, now that we talked about AOPEN channel, product strategy, all that sort of stuff, let's talk a bit more about exactly that value that Innovate brings, right? We've all been, those of us who work in America, we've all had that frustration where we're trying to get product to a customer and then something happens and it just gets delayed and things get lagged and why isn't there? And because there's no communication. Right. There's the most important thing in terms of doing DISTI across regions, deployments across regions, is that communication so that you understand where the product's at. Does it need an additional certification? Does it, why is the shipment delayed and all this sort of stuff. So that's why these partnerships are so important to actually getting the business done. So what are the typical challenges? Of course, certifications, right? AOPEN deploys all over the globe. As Alfonso mentioned, they're experts with handling the NOM certification and the import of the devices. That's one of the major values that they bring because they can get stuff in quick, easy, on time. They can avoid those delays so that you don't get unexpected deliveries to your customers. So, certifications, obviously something that you need Innovate's help with if you don't know about it, and AOPEN, obviously. Of course, availability, since they're very good. He mentioned they've been in the business for 30 years. They've been solving these problems. They work with the major brands and they can provide that really fast import tracking to get those products in there. And like I said, right off the bat, communication, essential, right? There's always delays, right? 2020 taught us that, at any time there could be a massive ship turned sideways in a canal and then just ruin everyone's project. So you need to be able to communicate all the way down the chain. And as they mentioned, that's why they want to talk to AOPEN, and a lot of they support all the major brands for like screens and things like that. And because they want to understand those limitations and all the steps that are going to affect their customers, right? And of course, warranty is that since AOPEN's a global company, we have those warranty services. And the other thing Alfonso mentioned, which was really good, and that additional value we add as opposed to a traditional channel company, is that we do offer white glove service. And so what is the primary use of that, right? It's so that you pay less on site, right? So if you're working with one of the great CMS partners that they mentioned, we can preload that image, preset it up, make sure the right screen comes up. We can set up the Wi-Fi if you want, right? And that way, once the product goes through channel and gets sent to the customer's address, and all they have to literally do is plug it in. Right? Maybe depending on the CMS, you may have to type in a pairing code or maybe the CMS login, but that's a lot different than they take the box out of in the field and they have to, do a million Windows changes. We can do the image install, the OS updates in Chrome, the configuration of management software, all that sort of stuff. We do pre-imaging a lot for a lot of our customers because it's just a lot of value. It's much cheaper to do than having an installer do it on site and try and mess with that. It's a mess, right? So, all right. Finally, one thing I want to talk about is just the market trend in general, right? This is just e-commerce. It's just a representation of the growing retail market in Latin America. As you can see, Brazil is obviously the biggest, but Mexico is second, right? And as Alfonso mentioned, they have that extra reach through their partners. So the other, he mentioned Guatemala and Peru and some other places, and they can help you with the business in all of Latin America, not just Mexico where they're located. So the challenge itself with addressing the Latin American market is it's not as straightforward as the U.S. market, right? The same cert is not going to get you in all South American countries where it works fine in America, right? So that's what causes the product limitation, is that if you're a small business, you can only afford to certify in the United States. And then, you have to deal with, do I want to certify in this company for this other type of market? And this, it becomes a big mess, right? And so that's why the products are usually way less available. And so with our partnership with Innovate, solving those problems, obviously. That was my second point, limited market selection and availability. And many businesses don't want to bother with it because of those challenges. You got to learn stuff about certifications and import and shipping and, all this sort of stuff. And that's what this partnership is designed to solve. So let's finish it up. So let me check the time. Right on time. Here we go. Conclusions. Innovate can support business growth. Obviously, they've been doing it for forever, focused in Mexico, Greater LATAM. They have partners all over the place. You heard they work with all the major brands, digital signage, retail, point of sale. They got screens, they got media players, they got projectors, all the good stuff. Just like Alfonso said, work best in class products. Their goal is to really make the best solutions with the best products. And most important thing, pre and post support. Right, just like Gabriel said, he can tell you what's going on, what you should use, how to put the stuff together. Right, the pre and post development support is way different than a regular channel experience where you're just like, here's some Chromebooks. How do I turn them on? I don't know. They're Chromebooks, right? They're trying to sell great solutions to their resellers, right? And their solution providers. Second thing, specializes just as the solutions I mentioned: AV, digital signage, retail, video wall, conference room, right? You saw the slides in their applications. And of course, just to reiterate, the AOPEN value: long-lasting, worry-free mini PCs, all-in-ones. We really strive to create the longest-lasting, most reliable, headache-free devices. And for a variety of solutions, and really bring that extra knowledge to the project, right? We work with a lot of major brands, and the major value we brought is, number one, our hardware is really reliable, so we don't have to deal with that headache. And the second thing is that we can help with all those annoying questions. Does this support a Windows 11? What do I need to support Windows 11? Does this need to be 60601? No, that's going to cost $1 trillion. Do you really need it? Do I need this certification? No. Or what about this? Or blah, blah. It's all those extra questions and all that little support that really helps makes projects successful, instead of just, a box shows up and your end customer has to deal with it, right? Or maybe your SI who's not familiar with your solution has to deal with it as well, right? So that's really the AOPEN value. So I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. Thank you so much to Gabriel and Alfonso. I really appreciate it, the information that you brought here today. Looking forward to working more with you. And at this point, I'll kick it back over to Chris.
All right, thanks, Miles. Yeah, just as a reminder, few touch points as well. Miles covered most of these. Innovate covered a lot of them as well. It's really key to our product portfolio. We offer several items that aren't even on listed on the solution. So everything from our all-in-one touch screens to our media players supported by Windows, Android, Chrome, even no OS if you want to put the OS on there yourself. but we also offer solutions that are indoor, outdoor, wide range temp type solutions in the same product. So the ultimate goal is 100% of everything we do is commercial grade or better. Our ultimate goal is to make sure that it's built for all day, everyday operation. So it doesn't have to be powered down, and it doesn't have to constantly be filled with or require truck rolls or any of those components. It's the set it and forget it methodology. Because obviously the key point in this is whatever it is that you're using the solution for is the primary focus, right? So if it's a signage solution or kiosk solution, it's the content that you're displaying. It should never really be what's behind powering it. So our ultimate goal is to just kind of remain hidden in the back and make sure that it works all the time. If you have custom configurations, we can definitely do that with our engineering solutions. We've done several types of solutions that do that sort of features. A big piece of that too is with having a less than 2% fail rate on our digital engine line, for instance, the Windows and Linux products, or even our Chrome products, that's less than 1%, is key. And that's across all markets. That's everything from education to QSR, all the way into medical, industrial, really anywhere that you're looking to place these applications. So we do offer a lot of those type of solutions, everything from 4K below and above. So it's literally everything but the kitchen sink. However, Miles is working on a kitchen sink right now, and I'm sure we'll release that next year. But if you do have any questions, you can reach out to us at the info@aopen.com. One thing that we're going to go ahead and do right now is, if you have any questions, feel free to add them in the Q&A section here, and we'll get to them. We have a couple before time runs out. If we can't get to all the questions, then we will definitely be able to reach out to you, or if you want to communicate with us at the email address there. So one question I do have is, do you offer demos for POCs of projects? And that can go either on the AOPEN side or to Gabriel or Alfonso.
I can certainly, well, Gabriel or Alfonso get their unmutes their mic. I can certainly offer that. And yes, when you're working with major brands, they're going to want, or solution providers, they're going to want to confirm the solution with you. And we sometimes do that on both sides as well as we make those technological choices. So there's definitely demo unit supports, you know, but the partnership obviously needs to be there, because it's all about finding the right solution, the right configuration that's going to be the best choice for the particular project. You can talk about how you handle that situation, Gabriel.
Yeah, sure. We're always as a team of our customer. So in fact, I must tell you that I prefer to do some kind of test with the requirement of the customer, to show the customer that what he will get with our product, with all the components involved. And that's the easiest way to convince the customer that what we are offering is the best solution that fits their needs. So we have everything to support our customers.
Yeah, that's right. You know, as Gabriel mentioned, as part of our value added, and when we design the project and everything, we usually do a pilot or test on different scenarios. So we can provide this demo, and so the end user can see how it works, the benefit, and everything.
Perfect. All right. Another question here, Miles. It looks like this one is geared towards AOPEN. Does AOPEN offer warranties and/or global warranty options, and at what lengths?
Yeah, of course. Like any hardware provider, AOPEN 100% offers warranties and global warranties, where we are a global company. And so, and we have deployed in, I think over 100 countries at this point. So yes, we can have warranty recommendations for depending on which country your project is rolling out, and we can work with either the SI or who will be managing the warranties to make sure that they're done in a seamless way and they understand how the rollout and the base will be supported effectively.
All right. Let's see here. Another question here that works on both sides. We have, do you offer assistance with engineering a custom solution for a project?
Yeah, I'll take that. Usually that's what we do. Also as a value added, we have a team of engineers that they're very professional, very knowledgeable on the products, and so we provide that for any questions or any help on the design of the network or whatever is needed.
Yeah, on the AOPEN side, when you're talking about hardware, basically creating a new hardware device, so we're not talking about customization like put in a different processor or RAM or hard drive or anything like that. So when you're talking about true customization, like basically creating a brand new product for a customer, yeah, that's obviously a major relationship that needs to happen. Making brand new hardware requires a ton of effort. It's usually even for major brands over a year-long schedule. So even when Acer releases a product, they have to start developing it over a year in advance, right? So if you want a brand new type of product that doesn't exist in the market, yeah, that can be made. It just needs to it just has to go through that regular product life cycle, and that's a lot of what AOPEN did in the past. We were very solution based. That name AOPEN came from the fact that we're open, to design and working and making products happen to make your business successful. So we can 100% do that. It just takes time, like everything else.
All right, a couple more questions here and then we'll be done. Let's see. Do you work in education as well?
Sure. There are several applications, like starting from the KP 180 camera, and also, there are several solutions that we can do with the players. And right now in Mexico, and for sure in many parts of the world, Google is offering their complete school solution. So all the Chrome devices that AOPEN has make sense for all those schools.
Oh yeah, we have excellent systems integration with monitors, interactive monitors. So we can bring, nowadays with the pandemic and the hybrid way of learning, we have a lot of solutions for schools, universities, educations.
Perfect. And the last question here, we kind of answered it in different segments of this, but just kind of touch base on it. Question is, and is there an offering of bundled solutions that can feature the complete solution for signage or kiosks along with the partnering software? And from an AOPEN standpoint, we do a lot of those as well, where we have bundled solutions with a lot of the exact same partners that you've seen on here that Innovate partners with already, where it's easy to, as Gabriel mentioned earlier, white glove the solution and then have it set up on the device and have everything ready. So it's an easy kind of out of box zero touch deployment. So it makes it easy for the units to show up ready to go. So it's more of a plug and play. Just hang it up and turn it on and run your content and you're good to go. So from an AOPEN standpoint, we're always partnering with those software content creators to look for applications like that. And then we bundle them in and offer them through our partners. Did you have anything on that, Alfonso or Gabriel? Oh, you might be on mute still.
Sorry. Yeah, here we are. Yeah. We have well, several options that we can offer to the customers. Remember that all the variety of the products can do a new solution, and one of the best solutions that you can that can fulfill the requirement of the customer. So we have everything.
Perfect. And that's perfect. One thing to call out on that, just as a reminder, is these become plug and play solutions at that point. So if you do find the hardware that you want to streamline on and you run it into several locations, but then later you analyze what you chose for software, and you find something else that you want to go with. The beautiful thing about that is that's not going to require you to pull everything down and start from scratch. Working with Alfonso and Gabriel's team, you can actually find plug and play solutions that can simply just be reinstalled, image on the device, or through Chrome, you can push it in kiosk mode. So it's a one-click, really quick access. And then obviously that keeps you from having to replace your hardware every time you want to try something different. So a lot of great options out there. So it looks like that's pretty much it on time there. I want to thank everybody for participating in today's webinar. And once again, I want to thank Gabriel and Alfonso from Inovat for joining us. And just as a reminder, all of this content and the recordings from today will be sent out to all the attendees. We will work on having the English version along with in Espanol. So we'll be able to get those shared out accordingly. Please feel free, once you have the content or the video or any of those, to share with any partners, end users, customers, or anyone that you see fit. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're more than willing to jump on calls, do demos, and as mentioned before, take a look at your solution to see how we can engineer something to fit exactly what you're doing. So once again, thanks everybody and have a great day.